Hi everybody, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Michael. You're watching another episode of Star Wars News and Views. Today we're going to be talking about the new Force Awakens trailer and the new Force Awakens poster as well.
Yeah.
Both came out the other day, and the internet just lost its mind. We couldn't do a live reaction of watching it for the first time because we were in different places. And
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on that night for Canada. There was the Jays game. There was the election.
The biggest election in 10 years.
I was at the bar with my brothers watching the game, and I was looking over, and I saw the Star Wars trailer come on. I walked over to the TV to watch it, because the NFL was on a different TV, but there was no audio. So the first time I watched it was without audio. I was just oh. So I yelled out, "Oh shit!" in the bar because I got so excited, and some guy was like, "Shut up!" He got mad at me.
Yeah, I was thinking about waiting until today, but I'm nah, I can't take it.
Yeah.
So let's start with the poster. Just a brief look at the poster.
Yeah.
First of all, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It has that Star Wars feel.
It looks just like the old posters for even the prequels had great posters too.
They had good posters, but I didn't really like the prequel posters in terms of a lot of their sense of composition and balance. Like the Attack of the Clones ones, your eyes drawn right away to Jango Fett.
Yeah.
And then the main characters are kind of around it, and it's just that's kind of a weird.
This one's nice and balanced. It's got red on one side and blue on the other
Yeah.
because of the lightsabers and everything, which is really nice.
Yeah. So noteworthy things about it: the lack of Luke Skywalker is totally absent.
Yeah.
So minor spoilers that ties into the rumor that basically Luke is not in the film at all, except for one scene at the very end when they finally find him.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could just be that they're trying to withhold it, and he's in more than one or two scenes.
Yeah, it'd be weird to not if he was in a lot of scenes to not have him on the promotional art because he's kind of a really big thing, right?
Yeah, I think they want to that's the sort of the shocking climax as Luke steps out of a cave and it's oh my god.
He looks like Obi-Wan now.
Yeah. And the other thing is what looks to be some kind of Death Star planet thing.
Yeah.
And people are saying maybe that's Starkiller Base, but people were also saying that the ice planet that we see is also Starkiller Base. So now people are kind of putting them together, and if you look, it looks like it's actually a planet that's been hollowed out and converted into a weapon.
Yeah, exactly. Which is
Starkiller, so maybe it's powerful enough to destroy a star and not just a planet.
Yeah, that's kind of They did say they might use some EU influences for this, so it's possible that they got it from that's what they're going for. But
Wasn't
also
there something called a Sun Crusher?
There was one that destroyed
universe?
galaxies eventually and stuff, and they got kind of out of hand at the end.
Yeah, it got a little James Bond.
Yeah.
Okay, so now on to the trailer itself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. You had a weird experience because you saw it at a bar
without audio.
Yeah. So I'm what did you think of it when you first saw it?
Well, I really I'm getting excited to see the hollowed out the Star Destroyer kind of Kylo Ren not Kira. That's not even
Ray.
her name. Ray. Yeah, I still think it's gonna be Kira Ray.
Yeah.
It is. Ray jumping down and kind of spelunking into this cool hollowed out Star Destroyer. Awesome.
You see the hangar there.
Yeah, that was really cool. Just seeing the shots of the antagonists in the film were really nice too because we didn't really get a lot of them, right? At one point, you get to see sort of Donald Gleason's character on that quick panoramic shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's cool to see that. Also, just having Finn and Oscar Isaac's character be friends at the beginning, I didn't really know about that.
They give them a bit of a recognition.
Yeah.
He pats him on the back as he passes him or something.
Yeah, so that was really cool. But what really got me, and the reason why he screamed out in the bar was because when you see John Boyega Finn about to fight Kylo Ren at the end, his mask's off, and they both go at each other lightsaber. I was just what? I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's too bad you saw it without audio because one of the biggest impressions for me was the audio.
Yeah.
It's very quiet at the beginning. The voiceover, I really like the angle that they're going for, where there's these stories about the Jedi and Sith and the Force, but no one really believes it. Even in the original trilogy, Han Solo kind of doubts it.
Yeah.
And it's become this mythology within the universe.
And now he's trying to tell people about it, and he's
and he started out as the doubter, and you see just the look in his face. It's real. He's seen some stuff, right?
Yeah.
He's seen some weird things.
I had heard, I read somewhere.
And the music is amazing.
Yeah,
it's original music. I don't know if it's going to be in the movie or if it's made for the trailer, but it's really, really good.
Yeah, I heard that an idea sort of for the reason why that no one knows about the Jedi and everything right now is because, in a sense, when the Jedi were around, there were Sith that were around. So maybe to kind of balance the Force, Luke decided to just not tell anybody and just let it be. So there'd be no Jedi or Sith. But now the Sith are back. They have to kind of like bring
now
the
Jedi have to come back too.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like all the Sith are dead at the end of Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Luke is the only Jedi left. He goes into hiding, according to rumors.
Yeah.
So who you got left? It's just like I know like the rebels say "May the Force be with you," but that's just kind of like a phrase that they use, and like most people aren't in the Rebel Alliance. So that I didn't expect that part to be part of it.
I
like
thought
the legacy.
Knew. Yeah, I thought everyone knew, but that's like also kind of shows what Kylo Ren is really obsessed with, and they show in the trailer now. He seems to have Darth Vader's mask, right? Yeah. He's very obsessed with this sort of Sith like lore now.
And
right?
he has like a small almost like a shrine, and it sounds like he's speaking to the mask because he's like, what's he say? I'm going to show them something for you. Not like of him. As if like referring to Darth Vader like in the past tense. It's like he's speaking to the mask.
Which, it could actually kind of bring in sort of that other rumor that we heard that Anakin might come back, right? Like,
maybe.
Sin would be Anakin. Maybe he actually ends up talking to the Force or the ghost of... Although, I kind of think Darth Vader would be good at this point because he redeemed himself at the end. So I don't think he'd be giving him, like, advice. Anyways.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like, there was one fan theory I heard about they're trying to collect all the parts of Darth Vader because... when he died in the suit, like somehow his essence was in the suit and they're trying to like resurrect him or clone him or something like that. I don't know. So that's just something I heard.
Yeah.
And one of the other best parts in the trailer was you get to see the Knights of Ren. This rumor just broke a couple weeks ago, and now you see them and they're in the rain.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Only Kylo Ren has a lightsaber in that shot, but still.
They have like melee weapons. It looks like. Like clubs and swords.
Like actual knights. Yeah. Not just a name, right? Maybe they're like,
Yeah. So I don't know, like, does that take place, like, in the movie's present? Or is that a flashback, or what?
I don't know. Good question. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because I'm like, well, how do they figure into the story?
Yeah, because we don't see them at all in any other shots. So who knows? Maybe it's even just at the end he goes and finds them or something.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, overall, in terms of a lot of the rumors that we heard, we haven't really gotten too much confirmation on anything from this trailer, to be honest. Like, there wasn't a lot of things that we heard and was like, oh, that's it. There was actually just like more things that were thrown in that we didn't really even expect at all. One thing that's noticeably absent is Rey having any sort of lightsaber or anything. She's just got that staff, rumor, right? Yeah. But she hasn't used anything yet, so we're not really sure if like she's
they're really pushing Finn, because not only is he's on the poster with a lightsaber, and you see, it turns out that scene where in the original teaser where Kylo Ren revealed the 3-sided saber, everyone's like, oh, he's going to be fighting Luke. Yeah. He's apparently fighting Finn for at least a big part of it.
Yeah, which looks really cool and very exciting.
Yeah. And you can tell, like, he's not trained, like, he looks like he's scared, like he doesn't really know what he's doing with the lightsaber, just kind of improvising.
Yeah, and we saw at the end there when Kylo Ren was going to fight him, his mask was off too, which was noteworthy. You can see Adam Driver's hair and everything, so we're going to see him demasked at one point in the movie, it seems like. Another thing about Kylo Ren too is we see him a lot with his hood off in this trailer, which we never saw before. He almost always wore his hood on, but with it off, it looks really cool and very reminiscent of Darth Vader's.
Well, he has the whole cloak off.
Yeah, which is really cool, and it's exciting to see him kind of show off the mask that he has and sort of talk too, right?
Yeah. One other thing that's interesting is there's that scene where Kylo Ren is on. It looks like the bridge of a Star Destroyer or something, and there's this big energy beam. It's all red. Yeah. I wonder if that's the super weapon, the Star Killer base, and they're testing it or something.
Yeah. It would definitely be going back to sort of the old movies to have another, like, intergalactic, like, weapon.
Super weapon.
Yeah, that's like, what drives this sort of...
When I saw that, I was initially a little disappointed. I'm like, oh, again? Yeah. But then the more I thought about it and thinking of how it's a planet and, it's more powerful and, it is... repeating the same thing they've already repeated once, but we'll see how it turns out. Yeah. And of course, the final thing is the X-wings flying over the planet, having that battle. Yeah, that looks really cool. It's nice.
More shots of the Millennium Falcon maneuvering through stuff and everything, which is nice.
That chase through Jakku.
Yeah. Oh, we get to see Carrie Fisher too on the poster as well. We didn't mention that earlier, but that's cool. We get to see Leia again finally.
And she looks upset about something too. He's like consoling her, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on there. It looks like it's actually a fairly dark movie, and in fact, you just got the tickets the other day.
Yeah,
and
we're going.
And it's confirmed PG-13. Yeah. I mean, I kind of expected that. I mean, even the Star Trek movie was PG-13.
Yeah.
So, and that's like not super violent.
No, yeah. Yeah, but usually, like, you know, with the lightsabers cauterizing wounds essentially right away and everything, they can get away with a lot of stuff without it being, like, you know, heavily violent. Right?
Well, and that's all the enemies have helmets, so you're not seeing a face get decapitated.
And then they get actually shot with bullets. They're like, you know, like blasters, so they just explode and they die.
Yeah. So anyway, leave your thoughts. I guess that's all we really have to say about this for now.
Yeah, except it's really exciting. We're going pretty soon to see this movie. It's not that far away now. 2 months.
Yeah, it's so weird. There's like so much merchandise. There's Halloween costumes of like Kylo Ren and Finn, and it's like the movie's not out for 2 months after Halloween.
I want one already.
Yeah, but like these kids don't even know who these characters are. It's like, oh, Star Wars, I'll take it. So anyway, so I'm super excited. These trailers, they're not what I kind of expected them to be, the way they went, but I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So leave us your thoughts, anything you noticed, any feelings you had about the trailer or the poster as well. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't. And we'll see you next time. By the way, also, we're still just doing this thing because our studio was actually torn down. We're working on the resolution. Probably next video we'll have a proper setup once again. So this is just ad hoc.
But enjoy our little episode 7 figurines here.
Yeah.
BB-8. Oh, we get to see BB-8 a lot too. That was cool.
She's in Poe Dameron's X-Wing at one point.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, see you guys.